All right, we are back now here at the KFYR Plus News Desk, and this week is Older Driver Safety Awareness Week. Vision Zero encouraging now families and caregivers to discuss transportation plans with older drivers. Joining me now is Lauren Wallman, Safety Public Information Program Manager with the Department of Transportation. Welcome, Lauren. Thank you so much for your time today.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
You got it. Well, Lauren, can you explain the purpose and the goals of the Older Driver Awareness Week, please?
Older Driver Awareness Week, like you said, we're just reminding people to maybe have those tough conversations with their loved ones. It's not always an easy conversation. So sometimes a week like this can give you a little bit of a nudge to get those conversations going so we can keep our loved ones safe on the road.
I can imagine it being very tough on some of the older, stubborn grandpas and that feel, listen, I'm pretty independent, I can get around, but it's something that has to be done. What are some of the key messages and themes that are being emphasized during this week?
So what we're really promoting is making sure that you're being empathetic. Driving is a huge part of everyone's life, so make sure that you're being empathetic, you're being supportive, and you're being proactive as well, getting ahead of it. Start having those conversations. Older drivers are classified as 65 or older, which many people don't know that 65 is technically considered an older driver. So being proactive with these conversations, what your plans are for the future is all very important.
Yeah. What are some common age-related changes, I guess, that can affect driving abilities?
Sure. So you may notice it might start small. Maybe you notice your loved one is driving a little bit slower, not keeping up with traffic, maybe missing a turn when they know the area well, or not able to use their vehicle features as well, like a blinker or their steering wheel. Their motor abilities aren't as great. So you might start picking up on some small things and hopefully you catch them before they lead to a crash.
Yeah. How can aging drivers assess their own driving abilities and identify maybe some potential safety issues that they have?
Yeah, we have a great guide on our website, visionzero.nd.gov, that kind of gives you a list of some things to look for. As I mentioned, motor skills are one of the first things that may go that you're like, wow, I can't shift as fast, or I'm not able to make that sharp of a turn as quickly. So those are some things, as well as cognitive ability. Are you forgetting where you're driving as you're on your way, or a road that you always take, did you forget that there's a turn coming up? So we've got a great list of things to use as a checklist for yourself.
Um, is this the best time of year, Lauren, to have families together and talk with your older I guess older drivers, because we're all going to be together in homes and huddled up for the next few weeks for the holidays. Is there a reason you decided, or I guess there's a lot of thought went into it, but why this week in particular?
Sure. So it is a nationally recognized week, and likely because it's around the holidays, you're around your family more often, tread lightly. You don't need to start any family arguments at Christmas coming up. But if the opportunity presents itself and you're comfortable, maybe even just getting together with your siblings and starting to have that conversation. Mom and dad, they're not driving like they used to be. How should we move forward? It's a great time of year to start having those conversations.
And what kind of tips do you have for family members or even caregivers who want to have that conversation with their aged drivers? How should they start it out?
Empathy is the number one thing. You want to make sure that you're fully understanding how they're going to receive it. Don't present it in a way that they're going to get defensive. Come at a place of caring that you've noticed these few things. Maybe it's time to step away from driving when it's dark out and just drive during these certain hours. Maybe it's if you have a medication that you're taking, maybe you shouldn't be driving after that medication. You can start with those small steps, and our older driver guide as well on our website has some great tools to kind of get that conversation started without being so aggressive.
Honestly, I got to tell you, I've had to reevaluate my driving ability, and I'm just a smidge over 50, and Lauren, do not like driving at night. It's just one of those things, and I can understand that if my loved ones say, hey, listen, maybe you need to step back from driving whatnot, I can understand that. And it's a very important conversation. Remind me of the statistics that we've had. There's been quite a few accidents by older North Dakotans, I think, in the last year or so.
So over the last 5 years, there were 98 traffic deaths involving that 65 and older age range. So those 98 fatalities, they could have possibly been prevented had we taken the steps to have these conversations early. And that's what Vision Zero is all about, is preventing and eliminating these fatalities.
Yeah. Real quick, like any resources or tools, I know you had mentioned on the website there is to help aging drivers improve their safety on the road.
visionzero.nd.gov, we have our older driver handbook.
All right, Lauren Wallman, thank you so much for the insight. And again, for those watching, please tread lightly. We don't want you fighting about the election and taking Grandpa's keys from him here the holiday season. Lauren, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and insight.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, 1:38, quick break. We'll right back here with more news next on KFYR+.